We take a look at the mailbag here on the Sports Bash every Tuesday with Frank Klose of 97.3 ESPN.com and SportsTalkPhilly.com. Frank, are you back in the beautiful Delaware Valley today?
Never left Clearwater.
Beautiful out there, isn't it? I mean, they got a game going on in your backyard. Are you watching some spring training baseball?
No spring training baseball, but I'll definitely take the 70-degree weather.
Well, it's a nice day today. It makes you feel like baseball, and of course the Phillies in action today, taking on the Pirates. They played the Pirates yesterday, and in that game, real quick, Frank, we saw a little bit of a competition for the fifth spot, and I don't know that anybody pulled ahead of the other guy because both Velasquez and Uberholtz both had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, they sure did. Both of them looked really strong, and I think that that's a good problem to have. So if all of them pitched too well, I think that would be something that we'd be very happy about.
You have a front runner coming, the week that you spent down there. I know those guys didn't throw a whole heck of a lot, but any sense that one guy is the leader over the other?
I think Velasquez, just because they seem to view him as the primary return for Ken Giles, so. But that doesn't mean that Oberholzer won't make the team as well. So, as I think I mentioned before, they're really light on the left-handed bullpen help, and Oberholzer could be that.
Frank Klose with us. We open up the mailbag every Monday. He posts it to 97.3 ESPN.com, and then Tuesdays at this time we open up the mailbag and answer your questions. This one's from Mike. Frank, he wants to know, does Andrew Knapp make the opening day roster? If so, how long until he is the starter? He's had a pretty good spring so far.
Yeah, so far he's looked really good, and he looked really good last year at Double-A Reading. I mean, he sort of took everybody by surprise last season. Coming up from Class A, he just went berserk with the bat. So he's definitely getting a lot of people's attention, and even in spring training, he's already shown a little bit with the bat. But I think it's as long as everybody is healthy, I think we don't see him till maybe September at the earliest. I mean, we have Chooch on his final year of his contract. He's not going to go anywhere. And Cameron Rupp did a respectable job last season. So I think with the two of them in place, there really is no need to dip down to rush Knapp just yet. And even if one of them got hurt, I think JP Arancibia would get the first chance as a backup catcher before they would go and get Knapp. I think it's just too soon. And I think if you're the Phillies and you do think he's going to be a nice piece for your future, you might want to give him the opportunity to get a little bit more seasoning, perhaps even get some work at another position or two while he's in the minor league. With Jorge Alfaro around as well, you might want to try to make them as versatile as possible. So I would leave Knapp alone for now. But if he plays really well at AAA, you might see him in September.
Frank, let me ask you real quick on the catching position. Is there a starter, or is it going to be kind of a 4-day, 3-day split between Rupp and Ruiz?
I think that's what you're going to get again, what we saw last year, where, Rupp was playing a little bit more than Chooch towards the end. I mean, I think it's really snuck up on us, but when you have a 37-year-old catcher, you're kind of on borrowed time. So I think if Rupp plays most of the time a little bit more, like 4 days, that's, for every 3 for Chooch. Chooch has a chance to really still contribute when he does play and stay healthy.
Frank Klose, 97.3 ESPN.com, part of SportsTalkPhilly.com with his Phillies coverage here. The mailbag is open. How long does the front office hold Jake Thompson back this year?
Well, I think while we've seen some good things from Thompson so far this spring, he is probably number 11 on the depth chart right now.
Wow.
Last week we broke down the potential starting rotation, and there were 10 names, and none of them were Jake Thompson because I think he's just simply not ready just yet. So that's not a slight at him to say that he's 10th, but as you mentioned, we have Vincent Velasquez and Brett Oberholzer kind of competing for the fifth spot in the rotation. And when you get behind them, you're still looking at Adam Morgan, who pitched well today, David Buchanan, who's been okay so far this spring, and then other names like Severino Gonzalez and Alec Asher. It's just pretty loaded with potential starters right now. And Thompson, he'll probably need the experience at AAA. We want to get him some seasoning. And one thing I want to point out for Thompson and other names like Knapp, I mean, if you rush them to the major leagues now, you're already working away at their major league service time. You want to have them more when the team is ready to compete again. So if somebody like Thompson goes to Lehigh Valley, he pitches well, maybe you get to the trading deadline, the Phillies trade one of their veterans like Jeremy Hellickson or Charlie Morton perhaps to a contender, well, then maybe he's in the conversation to come up. If he's down at AAA and he's showing everybody he's ready, when those openings come up, he'll probably get consideration. But not yet. Again, you don't want his service time to start ticking prematurely when you might be able to have him for 6 years beyond 2016.
Yeah, Frank, every time I hear Thompson, I keep thinking of Pete over here up on the mound throwing. Can you? What's your
Jake Thompson? No relation.
What is the MPH on your fastball there, PT?
58, maybe.
All right, 58. I can buy that.
Maybe. But
Jimmy Moyer has some 58-mile-per-hour pitches. So maybe you can beat.
I mean, get me up on the boardwalk. Aren't those games rigged?
Oh, well, it's nice. Oh, it's nice out. Maybe I don't know if they're open yet, but I got to see you up there.
That's the competition. Frank, Gil, and me all throwing the speed ball on the boardwalk. Hey, Frank, I want to know about Cody Asche. He hasn't played yet because of an oblique injury, but what are his chances at left field, or what are his chances to make this team, quite frankly?
I think he's still got the edge. I think if everything was going right and nobody got hurt, it probably would come down to Ashe and Darnell Sweeney competing for that last spot. But as we've seen already, not everybody is healthy. We don't really know the extent of Aaron Altair's injury just yet. He did fly back to Philadelphia to get his wrist looked at. On Thursday, he dove for a ball in right field and injured his wrist. So we don't have him around. And really, in his absence, we're seeing the likes of David Lowe and Cedric Hunter getting a lot of playing time. In a perfect world, Lowe and Hunter are competing to be the first guy who's called up in case of an injury. But Ashley really then, if Altair is hurt, he might be extra guaranteed a spot, and he's not really losing anything if he gets a spring play this week, which is possible.
Says small oblique injury. I heard an oblique trying to plug in my power cord under the desk this morning.
And as you may know, then it's a tough injury to come back from. So you don't want to come back too soon and then do more damage.
Frank Klose with the Phillies, of course. Well, give us a couple other observations that you learned from your weekend in Clearwater.
Well, I really like what I saw from Tyler Goodell, the Rule 5 pick. Boy, is he skinny, but he has some real tools, I think, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him play this upcoming season. And their other Rule 5 pick, Daniel Stumpf, he also impressed. He had a couple outings so far. Both of them looked really good. I think that's going to be one of the more savvy Rule 5 picks we've seen in a while, because Stumpf was on nobody's radar. When the different analysts were trying to figure out who might be taken in the Rule 5 draft, Stumpf was not on them. But if you look at his minor league numbers last year, he was absolutely dominant against left-handed pitchers. So he might get a shot in the major leagues to show that he can get lefties out, and that'll be his role to come in and get one lefty. And I do like what I saw from David Lowe. Now, David Lowe, left-handed bat, he played last year with Baltimore a little bit, and was kind of under the radar minor league signing, but he played pretty well in the absence of Cody Ashe and Aaron Altair. So I did like what I saw from him. I mean, whether or not he could make the team, that remains to be seen. But he might play himself into somebody that the Phillies wouldn't mind giving a shot if there was some injury.
Frank Klose, 97.3 ESPN.com, part of SportsTalkPhilly.com, where the guys are covering the Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles. Frank just getting back from Clearwater, Florida, with his Monday mailbag every Monday. Check it out at 97.3 ESPN.com. And then Tuesday, we answer the questions for you here on the Sports Patch. All right, Frank, appreciate it, pal. Enjoy the beautiful weather.
Thank you. You too, Mike and Pete.